Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this. It would almost trace. It's not that fuzzy. But they asked how they draw that or drew that. And it just came to me. I did a video just last week on this with rings. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw a ellipse. Doesn't really matter what size, but I'm going to make it 12 inches. And then I'm going to Control D with my Shift key held down. I'm going to make an inner circle. Now I'm going to select both those and I'm going to go to Effects and Blend, and I'm going to blend them 10 times. That'll give me 12 circles. Now I don't have to, but I'm going to go to Object, break the blend apart, and I'm going to go to Object and group them together, or Control G. Now, I could just move that over, but if I get off a little bit, it's going to be off. So we need this circle. I'm going to use the parallel dimension and see it gets on the quadrant. And then if you hold down the control button and get on that edge, we're at 7.41. So let's change our nudge factor to 7.41. And now we can take this and hit, and that's exactly what we want right there. I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to go ahead and group these together so I can get rid of them in a minute. And I'm going to bring this in a little closer. I was pretty sure this is how they did it. I'm going to get my Smart Fill tool, set on any color. I'll use black. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to come down to that point. Look at that. Now about right here, I'm going to go down. This is a really neat way to draw stuff. I'm going to see, I stopped on that one because I'm making sure how far I need to go. And I need to go right to there. Now, because I grouped these together, I can move my, well, I didn't group them both evidently, but I can move them out of the way. Now I can try to weld this. Sometimes it won't weld good, and it didn't. So I'm going to go left click, right click, because there's a lot of lines in there. So I'm going to go here and weld it now, and it got rid of almost all the lines. And I just need to take my virtual segment delete key, and if you'll hold down your Alt key, you can draw a line like right there and delete that. And then I'm going to use red this time on the Smart Fill. And there you have that object. Now, I'm going to get rid of all this. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to get indexing lines. And that evidently is not in the center of the page, so I'm going to hit P. Now it's in the center of the page. Now, I could put this anywhere. I'm going to go about, I'm holding down the control button. I'm going to use the transformation docker to rotate it. So I'm going to double click on it and move the rotation from here. Because on something like this, when it's real important to be accurate, transformation docker is going to, so I'm going to go to Windows, Docker, Transform. Yours might say Transformation. And I'm going to rotate 60 degrees. We need 6 of them, but I've already got one, so I'm just going to type in 5, and we have that. Now, that's okay, but I really want them together. So I'm going to take this one and move it up quite a bit. And I'm going to move the center rotation to the center, which I could also control or alternate. Look at that. And my star is right there. I'm going to take away the indexing lines. Now this time it will probably weld good because I've only got a few lines that intersect. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to go weld, and look at that. Now I'm going to use, there's several things you could do on this. I mean, several. Let's make a duplicate of it. And hit P and put that in the center of the page. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to Smart Fill it with red. Smart Fill makes a new complete object. And then I'm going to use my interactive fill tool. I've already got it red, so I'm just going to swipe up, and I'm going to put yellow here. Look at that. Now put a black box around it. Object, order, back a page. Look at that. Now the reason I kept one, because we could do this, that would look pretty cool, I think. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, still set on red. I'm going to close this Docker, and I'm going to go to Effects, and I'm going to bevel. I'm using RGB, so it's the right color. Well, let me zoom in here, and you can see what's going to happen when I do it. Look at that. It's a little bit rough, but it's pretty cool effect. Anyway, I hope that answered their question. And you could tweak it by just barely having them touch, but I like the star. Well, it would have a star regardless of where you put that first one up and down. Anyway, hope that answered their question, and thank you for watching.